How'd you put the thing on, like, flat again?
Welcome back to the stream. I hope the problems will be gone. And
so press Y for slew. How'd you write yourself?
How do you what?
How do you write to yourself once you have pressed Y for slew?
Press Y twice.
That old chestnut. I don't think so, Ice.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. So if it didn't work the first time, press it again. And it should bring you up right. Look at you. What? Now say thank you.
No, I'm going to say something new because you just made me crash.
Ah, did not. You're moving all over, so you're slewing.
I am now, yeah?
Yeah. You know, we're all trying to follow you.
Well, if you're any decent helicopter pilot, you'd be able to. So all I'm going to say.
Oh, yeah, okay. Why?
Why indeed?
Anybody keep up with him?
Yeah, I'm with him. Yeah, we're in the same country, so yes, I'm with him.
I'm still spawning in.
Well, as for you, I'm sorry.
Hey, it's like
serious slewing occurring.
It's like
Yeah.
it's what they needed flying that thing over Alaska.
Well, we had 217 miles.
Yeah, looks much better now.
road.
Let's see how long it lasts.
Otherwise, I'm going to end up
Every day, something new with this
short on
flight sim.
time. And I want to see
Sometimes
the
we will
rest
get there.
of the area.
Fair enough.
You
I'll
are
catch you.
flying ahead there.
Oh, and I missed the beer at your house.
I think he was trying hard to show us where his house was back here.
No, I wasn't even showing for you guys. I was just looking myself. I know I've seen it before. Although it's under a load of trees, so it is hard to spot.
Yeah, this is how the sim is supposed to be. But then all of a sudden, yeah, maybe one of the add-on sceneries, they're all free on Flight Sim 2, but you never have a guarantee that they work flawlessly with your sim. Let's have a look at these antennas as we are waiting for the guys to come in.
Charles Farmer, welcome in. The Bizno, welcome in the ice bucket. The Bizno?
Should take care of the wires.
Iceman, where's my quote?
I didn't see it.
No problem.
Tell me to wake up.
It's in the post. 50 quid.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Quote number 76. The small amount of vanity is fatal in airplane fighting. Self-destruct is rather the quality to which many pilot owes his protracted existence. So, Eddie Rickenbacker said that.
Thank you.
I love this TBM. I've just slammed into the floor 15 times, gone up, left, right, up, down, gone up to 35,000 feet, and the only warning that came up was my parking brake was on.
That's just friendly.
Is that Tonka Toys or Fisher Price?
Okay, let's see if it's this flight sim track
I'd
2
say Tonka.
or the transmit.
Showing your age there, boys.
Well,
Do they have toys nowadays?
I don't think they do, to be honest.
I think they just hand them an iPad right away.
I think they're still calling that AK a weapon. I don't think it's a toy. Not yet, anyway.
Yeah, so go on. I've been meaning to ask, what did you shoot down this time, you guys?
Silver UFO.
They're not saying. They're really not saying what it was. It could have been a number of things, but one thing they are saying is they don't think it was China. Now that's kind of odd to me, that they would come right out and say that they don't think it was China, whatever it was.
Russian.
They said it was about the size of a small car, so I'm thinking it's Elon Musk's car that he launched into space coming back.
That's it.
I couldn't even figure out, trying to read the news, I couldn't even figure out whether it was a floating object suspended under a balloon or a flying object or a falling object.
I wonder if NORAD is being much more on top of things these days.
Oh, this was stupid from me. Sorry, Boseda.
No problems.
Yeah, I don't think there was much of a time where NORAD wasn't on top of things.
I guess they're being more proactive about things though now.
Yeah,
Maybe
I mean, you
before
know, when the balloon came over, they were tracking it. It was a known thing. It wasn't the first time. That was kind of one of those common events that are occurring. And like the Pentagon said, there's nothing that they could be getting out of those balloons that they aren't already getting out of their flying spy flights and satellites.
Seriously, guys, can anybody see this giraffe here?
Yeah, I was just about to ask the same question. Why is there a giraffe at an airport?
Yeah, and she's animated.
Yep, and then
So
there's, what is this animal? A bear as well? What is this, a zoo or an airport?
Is there a zoo nearby?
Is
Where
It's
are
right
you?
at the airport.
What?
Yep.
So what it is, basically, it is an airport, but the security at Yorkshire Zoos are well known to be lax.
A bit loose. Looks so pale.
Are you at Crossland Moor, Bosader?
Come again?
Said you at Crossland Moor Airport at Huddersfield.
Yeah, I am. I am.
So, what do you think of the approach? And did you come in on the concrete that turned into grass?
Yeah, I did. I did. I landed on concrete.
That's if you look at YouTube, it's a really challenging approach, actually.
Okay, I need to check it out after the flight.
Yeah, Courchevel of Yorkshire. That's what they reckon.
Nice, nice.
They do like to overemphasise things here and there, admittedly.
Yeah.
But like I say, I am on the West Yorkshire border, but I am still technically Greater Manchester, so it is
There
outside
is
of my
a bear.
jurisdiction.
Is it normal that they cut away the ground on either side of the airport?
They're in space, aren't they?
Is that a tactic?
It's built on a quarry, so yeah, I guess
you can't tell. You can't tell at all.
Yeah. Well, you know what it's like up north. You know, we've got to still mind the coal, haven't we? Got to still mind the coal. That's how we make our bread and dripping. That's how we power it.
Well, out of coal.
Yeah, and add add power to our whippets.
That'll be a no comment.
Oh, bless.
I mean, I must admit, it's a good SunDay tradition to ride up a cobbled street uphill with me, my bike, my butcher's bike.
Yeah, except they shot that in Dorset.
With
And on that note, we're out of Twitch for a moment. Be right back.
So we are taking a short break at this airport. And we'll be right back. So the guys still need a minute? So let's fly around this airport a little bit. No, this was a tight one, Iceman. Oh, there was a helipad? I should take it. Welcome to the stream, Mojo Horizon, and thanks for the follow. There's another beautiful ND500. Yeah, man, Runtings.
Go, go, go!
Chris says he never even landed.
Oh, there is CC.
Oh.
Hi, CC.
I'll catch
Somebody
you.
tried to fly right through me. In an Osprey.
I've got a first officer giving me a hard time all the time as well now. You're going too fast.
Wacky Backy. There's somebody called Wacky Backy over here.
Now please, CC, it's a PG channel.
What?
That's what it says, Wacky Backy.
No, not him. No, CC saying his co-pilot's giving him a hard time. I said, please, it's a PG channel.
He keeps telling me going too fast.
PG.
There's Chris going wheels down on the numbers. On the numbers. Touch and go. And off set. Oh.
Yeah, this first officer is actually quite good.
Is it?
PG.
Is it worth it? More Cowbell Cody in the house. Good to see him in the Twitch stream. Hello, Cowbell Cody. Oh, maybe it's not refreshed. Yeah, all of them are in there. Look at that. Patriotic veteran, Cowbell Cody, all of them. No shout outs for anybody. Oh man. I got work to do here, obviously. Nobody said anything. Yeah, they have.
Well, I'm about to get told off, so I'm just going to be quiet.
Cowbell Cody get a shout out earlier?
I got one earlier.
So is anybody going to pick up the AN225 then when it comes out? End of the month?
Yeah, I've got enough planes to learn at the moment, thanks, Chris.
Well, I just thought, you know, all the proceeds go to help donating towards rebuilding the actual thing, the real one, so just wondered. It's an interesting project.
Oh, by the way, thanks for your help yesterday, Chris.
You wouldn't even let me give you any help.
I'm sorry, I did get a discontinuity at the end. So I did the SID, sorry. Yeah, the SID, did the journey, got up there and went, nope, do not what you want.
So going by stocks more. One for Meat Shield and more Cowbell Cody as well. Oh, we got Cowbell Cody.
Yeah, safety.
No.
Yeah, I need to really just get on with you and just do that thing that we said where you're an observer on VATSIM where you can see everybody, you can hear everybody, but they can't see or hear you. And just literally follow the flight through. Honestly, it'll help immensely. Trust me.
Well, I quite impressed myself. I actually did a trip on a 7.3 yesterday.
No, I mean if it's your first time, absolutely, yeah. Good effort. Good effort.
But I wasn't going to do
everybody's going to get shout outs now.
I wasn't going to do the same flight with a van or a Kodiak doing 150 knots. It's like I'll be there. It'll be hours getting out to Edinburgh.
Well, I flew it before on VATSIM. I flew the exact same flight, and yeah, I got ATC all the way, which was nice.
Lemon and an L39 RT from the Reno pack.
Just need 2 hours of your life, CC. That's all. 2 hours, and you'll never look back.
Your wife, that will you?
You'll be single, but you'll never look back.
You don't have kids, so it's not a problem.
It's just quite addictive, that's all.
Is it really bad?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Pardon my French, guys, sorry.
And then you get so-called friends like Grantley trying to intercept you in an F-18 when you're on that sim, which is nice.
Oh, that's a real buddy, that is. Dagger, 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 dagger.
You're welcome, Chris.
You need to join the server, Grantley.
What? I'm here?
No, if you want to come into VATSIM on an F-18 to intercept me, I'm saying you need to come into the server.
Yeah, I will check it next time. Now I have to stay concentrated because you can't get your hands off that 500 cyclic.
Not at all. I know, I tried it this afternoon. It's like, oh, this isn't fair.
Randler, I'm really interested in where you live, so do me a favour as you're flying. Just have a look around the room and describe what you can see around you. Maybe 180 degrees.
Here we go.
What?
Is that the man with the cockpit?
Who, Grantley? Yeah, he's the man with the cockpit.
You tell people about that, they go, the man must be mad. And we go, yes he is, definitely mad, yes. As we all are flying. My wife goes, so how do you spend so many hours doing that? Stand by.
This madman, this wicked.
But it is, isn't it? It's good fun.
It's something to do.
So, you know, you talk about talking online, we're doing it now. And a lot of people wouldn't do it, would they?
No.
What,
no chance to get your hand off that cyclic.
We have a few that don't.
Oh, I shouldn't even
just
try
fly
to do
with us. Mojo, he hangs out with us in the Discord, and he doesn't talk a whole lot.
Horizon.
Yes.
A lot of people are quite shy, but I mean, that's my problem with VATSIM. It's like, I could cock it up and make myself look a real chump.
Oh, I messed up. I messed up real good. I had supervisor contact me the first time I tried to fly in it.
Do you know what? I was thinking
gave me a number.
I was thinking this before, CC. Honestly, that flight before to Edinburgh was really nice. Dead relaxed. Controllers were dead friendly. Everything was just dead nice. Do you know what I mean? You'd have loved it.
Well, let me do I'll do the KK JJ hop.
Yes, I was.
Sorry, that's Gatwick to Jersey. Sorry.
Yes, I was, and so was Discord. Thank you, patriotic veteran.
I was quite surprised how easy it is in SimBrief to, as you say, to work it out. But again, I followed Jonathan Beckett to the letter, about the startup and the fueling and the route and everything. And he's pretty good, isn't he? So I have this funky add-on called Flight Simulator First Officer Next.
Next.
That's what it's called.
So, is that not the same as First Officer? Or is that a new version?
It came out last week, I think, so I don't know. But, I mean, if you use a generic plane and have it running, it will pick up when you do LNAV and VNAV and flaps and that kind of stuff. So if you're not concentrating and you do something wrong, it reminds you.
Would it work for my helicopter?
Don't know. Might try it.
Stand by.
Seems pretty generic. I've only just got it, so, and I can't get my wonderful 5 to fire up anyway. So,
what did it cost you?
What? First officer.
Yeah.
At 25 UK.
I was thinking about it, but I don't know if it'd work for my heli.
But it's designed for a 7.3, so you can basically have them start the plane up or shut it down or whatever. But as Chris knows, I'm new to the 7.3, so I'd like to learn the plane first, and then the software.
So, I'm sorry, you're talking about the Knobster?
No, I'm talking about Flight Simulator First Officer, the software.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that's funky. I think she's funky. No music. Why?
What's the next airfield we're heading to?
Echo Golf, Charlie, is it Whiskey Hotel?
It is Whiskey Hotel, yes.
Yeah, but we have some waypoints before, like a cathedral and stuff.
We have the Lincoln Cathedral and the Humber Bridge.
I was hoping somebody'd tell us a few things about these places.
Chris, it's your part of the world. Do it.
Oh, I thought you knew everything about this part of the world.
I'm down south, buddy.
Oh.
I believe Chris would call that a cop-out, by the way.
Nickel 66 and don't stab my rubber fish. Welcome back in the ice bucket. Trampy Joe, I'm not sure if I mentioned you. Good afternoon, good day to you, everybody.
Don't stab my
welcome
rubber
in.
fish.
I'm sorry.
Don't stab my rubber fish.
Yes, don't stab my rubber fish.
Love the name.
Yes. He's been in a few times.
So Grantler, is there no autopilot in that?
No autopilot.
Hands on.
Yeah, and it's so fun to fly full speed low between the trees. It's so much fun.
I was considering getting it, but I don't know now.
Well, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all steam gauges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a rocket.
It's like a little sports car.
Yeah, settings right. Yeah, but it's very, very touchy.
It's very maneuverable, but I think it's also very you can depend on what it's going to do. It's nothing that it's not going to well, it may surprise you, but you really have to be on top of it.
Oh, you say it's predictable, yeah.
It's predictable, yeah. That's it.
Yeah, it's a very light helicopter, and you feel it.
And this is the one from Cowan Sim?
Yeah, that's the one from Cowansim. And I think Got Friends just released the 500 Mini, a one-seater version.
I saw that, yeah. Another one to buy. Oh, great.
You can't carry Magnum in that.
Oh.
One thing that you'll notice about the 500, of course, the body is shaped like an eggshell, and everything that attaches to that body is meant to break off and snap off. I had a guy that I worked with that flew 500s in Southeast Asia during the Vietnam conflict, and he had 2 of those shot out from underneath him, took them down into the jungle, rolled it up like a ball, walked away from both of them.
Yeah, somebody's...
Thank you for the chicken dance, patriotic veteran.
Was it Grant or somebody was saying that the one we have right now is the slightly pointy version, but the old 500 was the aerodynamic one, like a water droplet. Is that right? Somebody?
No, we got the water drop version without the nose.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It's faster.
So, who flies the 500 in VR?
I am.
Yeah, Richard.
And you fly in Pancake, buddy?
Yeah, I still haven't worked out what's happening to my VR headset, but I'm on the way. Trying a few solutions, but nothing worked so far.
Oh, good luck.
Maybe you'll have to upgrade.
Yeah, I did a firmware upgrade, software upgrade, upgraded everything, but I think it has something to do with the upscaling and DLSS, but I will investigate and let you know.
Yeah, I'd be curious to know what's going on. Might be an opportunity to get another VR set, though.
Oh, more expensive.
Yeah, it's really expensive. I'm still waiting for my energy bill, you know.
Yeah, I know.
What for your PC? Yeah. It's like a mini heater, isn't it?
2 PCs, guys. I'm streaming.
Oh, 2.
Yep.
But we had sunny days, so my solar plant should have compensated a few kilowatt hours.
So we do have some nuclear silos over here on the left. South Wheatley. Looks like some more straight ahead of us too.
This is nice territory to fly really low helicopter, guys. But beware of Power lines.
Yeah, there's a lot of power lines. Anybody seen the video of these high power line workers with a 500 and they?
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, it's
amazing.
Yeah,
the
but
guy who's dressed up in his gear and then has to actually use a stick to demagnetize himself, or so when he arrives he sits on it and demagnetizes, and when he leaves it does the same.
yeah,
So
yeah,
static.
yeah, that kind of hook with a cable on it. Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah. But like, wow, what a crazy guy.
CIA cowboy in the house.
And he sits there with a mesh suit on, doesn't he? A white mesh suit.
Yeah,
So
and if he forgets the hook, he will be barbecued.
Yes, indeed, yes.
We got a friend of the family that that does that for out in the western United States, Washington, Oregon, and he got harnessed up and strapped in, and then got his phone out and turned on the video. So he had video of hanging off a rope off the bottom of the helicopter going from one tower to another.
I've seen that one. Yeah. Are they what they call American linemen?
They call them linemen?
No, I'm asking. In America, linemen, yeah. As in
That's-
Glenn Campbell, which
Yeah,
lineman.
that would still qualify as linemen, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Besides just
you
going,
know, something I thought was kind of neat is the first time I saw, because I'm a tree man by trade, or was just before I retired. Cutting
All right,
trees.
are you branching out?
Yeah, I'm branching out.
Stop it.
Good job.
leave it alone, Chris.
Oh, let's
Well,
try it
I'm
below the
trying to
power lines.
push it, but it's not. There you go. It's not responding. But they had a beam that came down, and it had to come down 15, 20 feet below the helicopter, and it was every bit of 10 or 15 feet long, and it would just fly by and wipe the branches out totally, just cut them off, and all he'd have to do is fly up the row and take them off in a square line. It was cool.
Few leaves on the skids.
Yeah, it was really cool to watch.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
It's like a beam of rotating big saw blades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got like 8 or 10 of the blades, and they're big.
Yeah.
Yep. And they just dragged that thing behind them like they knew exactly what they were cutting. You can't possibly see it. Even with a camera, it's going to be, aspects going to be weird. I don't see how they do it, but it was pretty awesome to watch.
Well, all I've got in my head now is Glenn Campbell, so thanks, CC.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, you're all right, my rhinestone cowboy.
Hey, listen, it's...
I tell you what, by the time we get to Phoenix...
It's Kentucky lineman.
But
Isn't that it? Kentucky lineman?
Wichita lineman.
Wichita lineman, that's it.
Come on, God.
Yeah.
Well, when we get to Phoenix, we'll all be fine, yeah?
Are we going to Phoenix?
The song by Glenn Campbell by the time we get to...
I always wondered about that line, Wichita lineman. I wasn't sure if it was a lineman, like somebody working on power lines, or
that
if it
was
was
my that was my question. Yeah.
or if it
See,
was.
my understanding, Richard, was that it was, and obviously this is just a simplistic view, but I always just assumed it was someone painting the lines of the road.
No. No.
I thought maybe it would be like a football team lineman, like a lineman on a football
Might
team.
walk away in a minute, guys.
Oh, I'm really looking forward to land at that cathedral.
Oh, it wasn't a joke.
Mind you, the guy who...
No, it was mine, Richard, either Nor was mine, to be fair.
The guy who wrote a lot of his songs wrote MacArthur Park, but Richard Harris. Remember that version of that terrible song? So drugs may have been used to write some of these songs, I think.
So, sorry, go ahead.
No, go on, Chris.
No, go ahead, Richard. Sorry.
Yeah, there was I think there was a plane accident where this Wichita football team got killed, or some people in the Wichita football team got killed, and I thought that's what it was alluding to.
Right, Iceman, time for you to get Alexa out. Alexa. I can't think of anything else to say, but you make up the rest.
No, I usually do a different one. I use Google.
Hey, Google.
Yeah, that's how I do it.
Well, one of the lines is that I'm a lineman of the county, so.
I drive the main road. Searching for other overloads. Oh, overloads. It is electric. Yeah.
Yeah, no, overloads have used too much paint on the intersection.
I am a lineman for the county and I drive the main road. Searching for in the sun for another overload. It is. It's yeah.
Ice. It's
electrical.
Begging out to be clarified. That ice.
Bloody is down.
It's electric lines. They're working. Where are you landing there? At Lincoln Cathedral. Okay, I have something on the Lincoln Cathedral. All right. Lincoln Cathedral was the world's tallest building for over 2 centuries. Do you want to hear more?
Sure.
Yeah.
In 1311, the spire was added, overtaking the Great Pyramid of Giza until Giza. I'm sorry, the Great Pyramid of Giza. Of 1549, when the spire collapsed in a turbulent storm. Despite the cathedral's dramatic scale, there are many small and intricate hidden surprises to discover, including the famous Lincoln Imp.
Can I buy in, please?
What's that?
Wichita lineman is about somebody who works on the telephone company lines.
Telephone lineman? Okay.
Could you just clarify that with Google, please?
Just did.
Ice. Hey, Google.
Hey, Google, what is a lineman?
According to Wikipedia,
Smart
a
aleck.
line worker constructs and maintains the electric transmission
See,
and
I can't.
distribution facilities that
I can't push this and get this. Oh, geez.
Whereabouts is that cathedral?
Lincoln.
Well, I was above it until somebody gave me a chicken dance.
Now that's what I call an overload.
Put that on hold. So, Lincoln Cathedral has been described as out and out the most precious piece of architecture in the British Isles, and roughly speaking, worth any 2 cathedrals we have, says John Ruskin.
I'm sure York Minster would have something to say about that, and cathedrals in all sorts of places from Canterbury to, Winchester.
St. Paul's, yeah.
Yeah, but the cathedral really looks good. It's good textured and well modeled.
And yeah, well modeled. It didn't give me a bunch of frame rate hits. Looks really nice. And that spire is definitely tall.
And for the helicopter guys, behind that cathedral is quite a space to land.
To answer the question of where the cathedral is, simply, it's just at the corner of Nettleham and Eastgate. You just want to make a left.
Good answer. Good answer.
Got it.
Out here between lost and found on the corner of walk and don't walk in the state of confusion. But yeah, it's well modeled. What do they say in the barber shop? Next.
Next? Ah, you're in a hurry. I know.
CTD.
Oh,
man.
You are not supposed to do that, Bose. Now, we talked about this.
I know, but I forgot it. Again.
Now, where's the front door and where's the back door in this place?
I don't know. Those things are so
I
vast.
think the front door is where that industrial building is really near to. But there's quite a gap. I was able to land there with a 500. On your 5 o'clock, Iceman, but it makes no sense to look at me. I'm just a pink panda.
Yeah, you definitely think. And I can't get you when you're down below me like that. You gotta come up, get some air under
We
you.
praise that, buddy.
A little more.
We've got a quote for you, Brad.
Well, I'm trying to get a screenshot as I pass the line home.
A quote from somebody who's quite relevant, actually.
Okay.
There we are.
Okay. I'll take this screenshot real quick. All right, let's see who we got here. So,
Could you do an off-field landing, please, at Rapscampton, home of
I'm trying to
Gambusters.
figure out who's quite
Red
relative.
Arrows.
Okay, quote number 9, there isn't a flight goes by when I don't stare out the window and thank my lucky stars what I'm feeling and seeing. Richard Branson said that.
That's Sir Richard Branson.
Sir Richard Branson. I don't see that, sir.
Who
So we'll have to-
absolutely,
Is
Who
it the Virgin
absolutely-
guy?
who absolutely loves the UK and lives and breathes the UK, but just decided he'd rather live on his own private Caribbean island, that's all.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, not with me.
Are we landing at this airfield?
We got an airfield coming up?
We're just passing one, a very famous one.
Oh.
I don't
Scampton.
I don't think the Red Arrows are based there anymore either, CC. I think they moved about 18 months ago.
Not the Red Arrow.
So where are you talking about? No, I don't have
No,
that airport on this.
No, the Red Arrows were based at Scampton up until about 18 months
As
ago.
were the Dambusters.
Dambusters, yeah.
Okay, no, I'm not stopping if you don't tell me where it is.
We look where I am.
Look at
now.
CC is on approach. You can see it.
This is a very famous airfield.
Yeah, it's not small. It's a paved runway.
We can beat.
Touch and go.
Anybody else flying into a big haze?
Yep.
Yes, a big haze.
Yep.
All the way to the ground, too.
You wouldn't get this in Manchester.
Right. Sure.
You wouldn't be able to see it with all the rain.
Right, just entering the frame rate killer now.
So did we get a shout out for Scoop? I think he's been in here for a while, but I don't think he got shouted. I don't know. Maybe he did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. He's been in there a while. CIA cowboy step out. Looks like. Yes, this beautiful $10 million base product for only $40 USD. And look what she'll do.
Who'd have flipped their eyes?
Ha 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 ha! I did. And I'm redlined all over the place. Thank you for the bought their tickets. Chris. Let's see.
Oh, I see what you mean by haze.
Yeah.
Purple haze. Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, if this would be purple haze smoke, the Brits would be very cool. And calm.
And calm.
Yeah, thanks, bud.
It scares me to think how long ago that song came out.
Yes.
It scares me to watch. I saw a program about Bacharach last night and going, how old?
So we're going over the the Humber Bridge here, are we?
Where? Where
The
is
Humber
it?
Bridge.
I hope to go under it.
Yes.
Well, it's bigger than the.
This is the one I was.
What's it called? The Golden Gate. It's bigger than the Golden Gate, but just not quite as romantic, I suppose.
With the weather, yeah.
Well, not necessarily even the weather, the people, just everything about it, really. I mean, the Bay Area, San Francisco Bay Area, can compare that to Hull, Grimsby.
So do you guys have your own Alcatraz as well there?
Not that I'm aware of. We could make Jersey an Alcatraz, I suppose.
No, something a bit more north, Chris.
Scilly Isles?
Don't be silly.
Hell, I wish I could see it.
Oops. Oh, be back.
How about the Isle of Man, CC?
Don't tell Nigel Mansell, but yes, that's a good idea.
Or Jeremy
Well,
Clarkson.
watch the power lines.
Jeremy Clarkson.
Yeah, the Isle of Man is a weird construction, isn't it?
Isle of Man.
What do you mean?
Tax haven.
Yeah, they have, would I say, special conditions on nearly everything there. But
You do?
But they say it's really expensive.
I can't say I've ever been, to be honest with you.
What have I? No.
Ah, so you have your millions in Switzerland?
No, I keep mine in the Cayman Islands.
Ah, okay.
Okay, man.
Okay, man.
CC.
Sorry.
If you guys flying low in your helicopters, beware of the power lines. They're really hard to see in that fog.
Yeah, they are.
But if you are in a helicopter, they're only 4 foot above the ground, so you'll be okay.
Practice what you preach now. If you have the nerve.
Genuinely in a pea super. Could not see anything.
No, I mean,
That's right.
What are you flying at? What height are you at, Chris?
I thought we were going to have a bridge to fly under.
Well, there is, whether it's modelled in the sim or not, I don't know. I mean, who knows? But for you UK guys, I've got the Orbex stuff, the Central and North, which is pretty good.
Oh,
Yeah,
and you're complaining about stutters?
Yeah, to be fair, I get that everywhere, though.
Ah, okay.
It's
Was
right,
that
mate.
Was that cathedral in the default scenery, or
I
was
think
it?
so, yeah.
Oh,
I just paused and CCD'd.
Oh, no.
No, no.
If you're really looking for a challenge, you should go for this 500E.
You want to check
No, I gotta
as well.
I gotta kill that live weather.
I think Microsoft ought to go on a campaign to try to eliminate the term crash to desktop. They should just call it a Windows provided mandatory break.
Oh, Chris.
Yeah.
Chris.
A mandatory reboot. Cleansing.
Just a break, like a coffee break, you know, something positive, something that's warm and fuzzy. Sure.
Warm and
Get up and
fuzzy.
stretch.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Chris.
Unexpected reboot.
And if they were really good, they would say that it was free. They'd emphasize the word free.
Chris.
Because, you know, Apple, they have this big thing on your watch. Your watch can tell you when you need to stand up and stretch and move around. And, well, same thing. It's you use this, and it goes off, and it forces you to go bang your head against a brick wall.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah.
Chris.
Yes, CC.
I'm at. Jerry was streaming this afternoon, live from Heathrow 27 left, I think he was.
Oh yeah.
And he had a guy from X-Plane 12 there with him, promoting it. I know. And he's going.
Which means it's flyable.
I was there. Because I was there on Tuesday, passing that bridge.
Did you fly under it?
Nope, I was in a car.
No, so
and you didn't fly under it?
Not in a car.
So Chris, the guy basically flew over from South Carolina to have a chat about their sim.
Oh yeah, okay.
And Jerry's getting all excited about, oh, it's going to be really good and really immersive. And I'm thinking, X-Plane 12, really?
I think from what I can gather, the flight model traditionally has been better on X-Plane. I mean, I never used X-Plane to be honest, but from what I could gather, the flight model's kind of closing up a bit now between the two.
I used to use X-Plane for years. I mean, many years, and I find that the Microsoft flight models are just fine. I don't have any problems with them.
Well, do you know I didn't realise this, by the way, but the other day I learned something about the sim. Now, apparently, the trees actually move in the wind, which I never genuinely knew.
The grass does. You've never seen the grass? Yeah, the leaves and everything.
Never seen trees move, never seen grass move.
Yeah.
But apparently there's a bit of a bug at the moment where it'll only do it over 50 knots. Apparently. That's what they said anyway.
Jerry basically said that he wants to fly a big plane, and when he fires it up on the runway, he wants to hear the. I'm thinking, get FS9 then. He's obviously loves aviation, but he's got no idea about flight sim. Agree, guys, or not?
Sorry, CC, were you saying something?
Yeah, I wasn't following.
Jerry's getting all on his high horse about X-Plane 12, but go back to, I don't know, our last generation of person before we did this one, and all he wants to hear is the sounds of the planes taking off. It's like, oh, the sound of the engines firing up. Well, actually, that's what you see when he does his live streams. Get involved, guys. Get involved. Like you and I did last night, Chris. You know, with the 7.3. I don't know.
Sorry, just flying under a bridge. Stand by.
Not the Humber Bridge.
Hey, can you believe that's bigger than the Golden Gate Bridge? It doesn't look like it in the sim.
Not at all. No, not at all. No.
I just flew under that bridge, nice and smooth.
Yeah, it's very low though. I expected much higher.
Ain't no such thing as a low bridge.
I just expected it very much higher.
What river is this?
The Thames.
It's the water river.
Isn't it the Thames? Isn't it the...
No, you're about 200 miles north of the Thames.
Oh, well, what was I looking at?
Not the right area. Yeah, it's the Humber.
The Humber Thames.
Well, I was setting up flights last night, and that was one of the areas that caught my eye, I guess.
Speaking of Humber, does anybody remember the Humber car company from the UK?
No, can't say I do. Sorry. How old was that?
Must have been, I would guess, early 70s.
No.
Okay.
So Bozeda.
Where were they based?
Then my
Have
dad
we flown?
My dad used to drive one.
I'm sorry. Have we flown Helsinki yet?
Yes, we have.
We have.
We're still flying it.
Yeah, I'm still there, catching up you guys.
Hey, what's this little airport you guys passed by? It's not even on the map.
Humberside. I think. There is a Humberside
Homicide?
airport.
It's a little tiny airfield.
Yeah, Humberside's
One right
not
by the
massive.
river.
NB's Humberside. EGNB, November Bravo. Is that the one?
There's no letters for it. It just has a symbol of a airfield.
I can't see either. The same as Scampton. There was no ICAO. Are we going into Whiskey Hotel next, guys, or not?
Now that's a hotel I'd like to go to.
Yep.
Is that a yes then?
Stand by. So just off the coast here into the North Sea is Hornsey 1 and Hornsey 2, which is the largest offshore wind farm in the world, I believe.
Ooh.
The blades are actually made in this area, in Hull, and then shipped out.
He says it's westernmost rough wind farm, yeah?
Possibly. I mean, if anyone's got the Aerosoft stuff, you're not far away from all the POIs on the Aerosoft. What was that called? North Sea POI. I mean, Iceman and Grantler got it. I know that for a fact.
Westernmost rough wind farm.
Yeah, Orbix has got it. So Orbix Senior.
Behind it, Humber Gateway wind farm.
Is that worth getting, that North Sea add-on?
It depends. There are a lot of oil rigs. Yes, a lot.
Have you heard? Grantler, have you heard the latest? What they're releasing now? They're releasing the what's it called? The what's the bay between Florida and Mexico? What's it called?
Gulf of Mexico.
Gulf of Mexico, yeah, they're releasing one for the Gulf of Mexico now.
Might be good to get that one.
It'd be hard to land a fixed wing on one of those, Richard.
Are we taking Whiskey Hotel or are we carrying on?
Richard's a pilot. He could fly the helicopter.
I'm not averse to flying a helicopter, Brad. I don't know what you're trying to say.
No.
So good. I can set the. So that means I can set us up a flight on the oil rigs next week. Yes, he did.
I feel a song by Toto coming out.
I know we all play about, but you know, look, at the end of the day, we're all fans of aviation, aren't we? All fans of flight in any of its forms.
Can I just try in a minute, please, guys? Are we landing at Whiskey Hotel or not?
Stand by.
Yes, it's on the flight plan.
Thank you.
CC, are we landing at Whiskey Hotel?
Oh, Chris, stop it. Apparently we are, sir. Mr. Angry is fine now, thank you.
Looks like the weather's clearing up a little bit now.
Do you know what? I'm not being funny, Brad, but if you're doing a chicken dance, you need to be committed to it and use both hands, not flying a helicopter with your other one.
I'm doing both hands. I don't know what you're talking about.
I can see what you're doing. You're having a little cheeky look, making sure your attitude's okay. Well, as far as I'm concerned, your attitude's not okay, sir. Not when I'm playing the chicken dance.
Chris. Get Brad to fly the 500E, and his hands will never be free. Am I right, guys?
I actually once got it trimmed out so that I could take my hand off the cyclic, but that was only one time.
Way.
And I was very lucky.
How do you trim it?
You have to set it up in the longitudinal axis. It won't work if you just set the trim like a regular aircraft trim.
Sure.
You have to do longitudinal, like helicopter longitudinal axis.
There was a silly question from a dumb fixed-wing pilot, but there's no autopilot to take it?
No.
Not in the 500. There is in the H145, Brad. We need loads of concentration and a lot of balls.
Golf balls?
That's the one. Thank you. Thank you, Brad. Yeah, thank you.
I mean, I'd be happy to throw that out to the floor. I'd be happy to ask anybody who has any idea, really.
Not a clue, buddy. Not a clue. Not a football fan, so.
Don't watch football.
Yeah,
I don't know anything
I really
about
don't know.
Here.
I have no idea. I mean, I know kickers kick the football, but
No, that's
There
about
you
as much
have
as
your
I know,
answer.
yes.
I got enough
why do we
things
call
to-
it soccer? Why do we call it soccer?
Yeah, who are you socking?
Yeah, so we have no clue, man. Somebody just names it, I guess.
Why do you call it a freeway when there's always traffic?
Because it's a toll.
Why do they call it a sidewalk when you walk right on top of it?
And you're American, Brad. How do we know?
Hey, why do they call them apartments? Why do they call them apartments when they're all stuck together?
Well, they have apartments and condos, don't you, in America?
And did you ever notice in English how the word abbreviation is so long?
Yeah.
You have to. It's so long that you have to abbreviate it.
Well, listen, while we're at that, why did somebody put the letter S in the word lisp?
Well, that's not cool.
No, but that was a good question.
Well, in the UK, what is the difference between football and rugby?
One they play with the round ball, one they play with the bladder.
Probably the
bladder?
rules too.
Right. Well, yeah, okay.
One's a gentleman's game played by thugs, and the other one is a thugs game played by gentlemen.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, well, that
Ooh,
clears that up.
That's a good analogy. Yeah.
But are there bugs in cricket?
Some good positions in cricket, like silly mid-off.
Agreed.
And fine leg.
And
that's the extent of my cricket knowledge.
How's that?
Yeah, it's got a big landing area too.
Yeah, we don't need a stinking fuel.
What do you need a runway for when your tarmac is as big as the runway? Wow. No buildings, but soft bark 2794226. That's got to be assigned by the Xbox people. Chris coming around on base.
You know, I don't get this, Grantley. I've just not got any stutters now at all. It's absolutely perfect.
So you guys, everybody's used to get the stutters when you got within about 2.5 miles of an airport, especially a busy airport, or just stutters all the time.
For me, it depended. Sometimes I did get stutters near airports, but like today, I'm getting stutters pretty much the whole time.
And then I'm the opposite. It's like as of today, I got a couple, but most of my near airport stutters have kind of gone away.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I'm
No
pretty sure
quarters.
because I run a little nav map, and I can watch as I approach an airport. I get within that 2.5, 2.4 mile ring, whatever. Start getting these stutters, and I kind of watch the little icons pop up on little nav map. And so I'm pretty sure it's a level of detail thing, as those details, whether they're airplanes or cars or people or whatever, are populating the airport. So I went back in and turned a lot of that down. It didn't seem to make any difference. And then today, it's like, yeah, kind of a done deal.
Could it be a server thing, do you think?
What's that?
I'm just wondering if it could be a server thing, or because, like you say, I mean, what makes the difference? Seriously, like, why one day? Why not the other? Just wondering if it's anything to do with the servers or traffic coming through the server.
I don't know, and that you bring up a good point. I wouldn't put it past the fact that today my computer booted up correctly, and all the drivers lined up and there was no hitches and glitches and everything be running smooth. I could probably shut it down, fire it back up, and have all kinds of problems, 10 minutes from now. I don't know. And the glitches near the airport for me didn't matter what airplane I was in.
About how far do we have to the last airport? Okay. All right. I may just restart then. While I have a chance. Thank you.
All right. We'll sit here and take 5 or so.
Okay.
So we're taking a short break at this airport, and we'll be right back. So are we good to go? Yeah, man, run things.
Brown spire-looking thing, and behind it.
Yeah, and basically, what they say is that Guy Fawkes was the last man to enter Parliament with honest intentions.
Is that right?
Okay.
That little church right next to it. You're talking about that little round thing.
That's it. Yeah, I think it's St. Paul's. I think, but you'd have to. I don't know. I'd have to check into it. I've seen it 3 times this year, or last year. But I'd have to check into it. What else about York? So the Grand Old Duke of York came from going up a hill, which should be modelled if you've downloaded the scenery. Let me see if I can find it.
Is the railway museum modelled?
The railway is modelled actually if you've downloaded the scenery. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't download the scenery. I didn't have time, unfortunately.
Ah, right. Yeah, it's modelled. Yeah. Yeah, if anyone else has got anything about York, you know.
It's got a Viking museum.
Jorvik Viking Centre, yeah, just been revamped over the last few years. It's good actually, bloody expensive, but
For what it is, it's expensive. It's got a great little ride in it, though, hasn't it?
it has, hasn't it? Yeah, it has.
The city wall was also the thickest in the country in the Civil War.
There you go.
Nice.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's a really well modelled station, that actually, for whoever's asking about the railway museum.
I'm just going over it now.
Considering that's just free from flightsim.to, I'm really impressed with that.
Oh.
There's York Races, just out to the edge of the city there, to your right, Ice. Do you know what? Why can't photogrammetry look like this?
Yeah, right.
Great.
You would think photogrammetry would be more photogrammatic. Oh, I'm gonna hit a crane.
Hey, Grantler.
Helicopter parts for sale.
Nah, not today.
Is that
Not
Chris
today.
telling us about everything here, the history?
Yeah, well,
Yes, yes.
As much as possible, yeah.
Hey, Chris, if we come over to as tourists, can you put us up?
oh, here we go.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Don't give them my
Cool.
address, Chris. Go
It's
away.
only £150 an hour.
I want him to pay me to come over.
Hey, listen,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
oh,
He's,
well,
he's
you're up.
address, yeah.
At least pay the airfare.
See, he could give us the perfect tour, you know.
Yeah.
First stand by.
And we expect it to be a helicopter tour.
In the 500, yeah.
And
Well,
then he takes
I
us to-
wouldn't be particular.
There aren't
Hey.
that many 500s. I see a 500 every couple of days over here. But it's
And it's the same one.
sorry?
And it's the same one.
Probably, yeah. It probably is, yeah, but it's a 500.
And then get Chris to take us to a pub and give us a pint.
Oh, here we go.
Good for me.
See, I'm learning all the words.
See, the problem I've got is like I don't live anywhere near York. I'm probably about an hour and 10 minutes away from York in a car. So
It's
like
close
I'm just
enough,
kind of
Chris.
trying to come up with anything I know about it. But like I say, the you know, the comment on the city walls was interesting, and anything else anyone's got would be great.
But you live there, so
Well, I don't really, do I? But okay, fair enough. Stand by.
yeah, but let's stand by. What's up?
I think the Scottish managed to march down to York and attack the city once. Long time ago, obviously.
Wait a minute, he's Scottish? I thought he's English.
Were they repelled? Hopefully.
No, but I think, isn't there some kind of strange local bylaw where you're still allowed to shoot a Scotsman with a bow from the city walls or something? Like over in Chester, you're allowed to shoot a Welshman.
I was going to say it sounds feasible. It genuinely does sound feasible. And let's face it, a sensible policy.
I mean, yeah, definitely.
Stand by.
With the same one in Hereford, you can shoot with a bow and arrow a Welshman.
No comment.
Well, it's dangerously close to the border. Dangerously close.
And the yeah. So, Chris, tell about Fountains Abbey.
Talking about what?
Fountains Abbey.
CC, have you got your head out of your aircraft window there?
No, I'm watching that. USRO 5 is Fountains Abbey. 8 minutes away.
I think Lemon is trying to get my attention. What do you think?
I don't know why I've been assigned to tell everybody about York when there's several Englishmen here.
Yes, you're right, buddy. Sorry.
The rest of us are Southerners, really, aren't we? Compared to you.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you, my friend.
Here comes CC.
Yeah, Shamrock and Lemon flying circles around me here. Oh, almost. Look at that.
Oh, so you got a problem with your helicopter again?
No.
You need new
I
skids.
just-
Oh,
I just-
Iceman.
No, I didn't get it. My ELT did not activate. I did not touch. Besides that, you did not clip it, so it did not happen.
Iceman. Why
No,
don't
man,
you
I
do me
didn't-
more favors?
I didn't touch. I didn't.
You did not take the tree out either. I promise.
I look behind me, and Lemon is just trying real hard to get my attention.
Oh, he wants to be seen in the chat, in the stream.
In the stream, one of the two. And I don't see anybody in the stream that answers that, description, unless it would be Nickel66. And I think I know who that is. Overhead Ben is here. I guess it could be him. Lemon. I wonder if that's Overhead Ben. Shamrock's in Discord, right? No, yeah. Bunch of you guys in Discord. Look at you about, let's see. 18 or so in Discord.
I mean, for freeware, that's a pretty decent city, that.
That York?
Yeah, for freeware from FlightSim.to, I'm quite impressed with that.
Cool. Yeah, it looked nice. Yeah, Lemon doing aerobatics. Force and fun out here.
Hey, Chris.
Hello.
Do you know where I get most of my English learning and knowledge from? Before I start learning from you guys?
I was going to say, I hope it's not from us. Go on.
Mr. Bean?
Monty Python and the Flying Circus.
Oh, great.
Well, I found out last night that he's releasing a second Faulty Towers, apparently.
Oh, another one? Oh, that's another one I watched, Faulty Towers.
Yeah, he's releasing it again, yeah, apparently. Obviously, a lot of the cast are dead now, but he's going to be in it, apparently.
Isn't that his daughter's going to be in it or something?
Yeah, well, he was saying, I was watching an interview with him yesterday, and apparently he's been writing with his daughter for the last sort of 15 years, apparently, yeah. Obviously, there'll be no Manuel. Well, I say that. Not the original. Andrew Sachs.
Ooh.
Well, no, he was saying it. In his interview, he was saying, like, basically, everyone's pretty much dead, he was saying. From the original.
Of course they are. They're in their 40s when they recorded it, so...
Yeah, and what was that, 1977 or something?
Do you think the Major's still in it? Do you think he's still going?
Well, Barton, whatever his name is.
I just recently saw documentation about making of Life of Brian, and there were actual interviews with the guys, and I'm really looking forward if there's something new coming from them.
No, they were talking about doing a rerun of 40 Towers, but obviously the original building's been knocked down 20 years ago, I guess.
Well, actually, what they were talking about was not being in, where was it, Weymouth? No, was it, where was it? Dorset, somewhere.
Torquay.
But apparently he's saying now that the story is that it's on the Caribbean islands, on where he's opened a hotel up. That's what he was saying, anyway.
Even more bad language then.
Well, he did say, like, it opens up the possibility of having diversity, he said, for different
Okay,
types.
so what is Fountain
I
Abbey?
know.
What is Fountain Abbey?
I think there's something where monks live.
I don't know, it looks pretty cool.
I think they make pens.
What? Pretty well modeled, whatever it is. Really well modeled, you ask me. Never been there, but it looks like it. Looks like it would look like that. Must be the ruins of an old monastery or something.
Fountain Abbey is a national trust. It's Fountain Abbey and Studley Royal Water Garden. Let's have a look. It says one of the largest and best preserved, even ruined. Oh God, that's too small for me to read. Stand by. It's a monastery.
Get the JMR glasses. I got them.
It's a monastery located in Ripon, which is a nice area, to be fair, or 3 miles from Ripon. Founded in 1132, the abbey operated for 407 years, becoming one of the wealthiest monasteries in England until its dissolution by order of Henry VIII in 1539.
Yeah, that's what I want to say. Henry sure took it.
Yeah,
That was just in my head, that, by the way. I did not read that from Wikipedia.
You know that
You
already?
did not.
Wow.
Where did you read that from?
Stand by.
Yeah, I thought you might.
I think it's in a
'Cause
video game I played.
I mean, I've got the Wikipedia up, and I don't see what you were reading, but oh yes, I do. Okay, maybe.
See, To be fair, when it comes to the history, like when you start reading out sort of 1132 it was founded and stuff, there's a lot of history in there, just in splattered about in random parts of the country.
Absolutely, yeah, I agree. Yeah.
We've got more history than we know what to do with.
Indeed, sir.
Well, it's really well modeled. It looks cool.
Next up is Transporter Bridge, whatever that is.
I hope it's a bridge.
We want to take a break at X-Ray Echo.
Oh, I always have to laugh about history. In California, you go to some place and they go, "Ooh, this event occurred here 150 years ago," and then you go to the East Coast of the U.S. and it's like, "Oh, this event occurred here 500 years ago," and then you go to England and it's like, "Oh, this event occurred, 2,000 years ago," and then you go to Greece or Egypt, and it's like I can't even wrap my head around that.
Yeah, the pyramids are 4,000 years old.
Oh, at least.
Years old.
Nowadays they're speculating that the Sphinx is even older.
Okay.
I really struggle to wrap my head around though when people say about something that's 4,000 or 5,000 years old, how many generations you have to go back for that, and it's not many. It's about like 21 generations or something.
And how is the information portrayed?
Well, it's portrayed by the winners, so it's written in their context.
Exactly. So it's all subjective.
Yeah. We can't even get history right for the last 4 years.
Try a year.
Yeah.
I just worked it out. My house is 170 years old.
Wow.
Mine's
It's one of
about
the newer
40 years
ones as
old.
well.
This isn't a like who's got the biggest balls, I promise you, but mine's 300 years old. But that's not to, I'm not trying to look at my house or anything. It's
Hey, Chris.
just a fact, that's all.
Chris, no problem, big balls.
Well, no, sometimes when someone says my house is 150 years old,
I know.
someone goes, "Oh, well, mine's 300." It's not.
But how much is it worth, though?
Well, again, that's who's got the biggest balls, isn't it?
Yep. So carry on.
So what's it constructed of?
Yorkshire stone.
Huh.
So whereabouts is that with a 150-year-old house? Whereabouts is that?
Wedged between the Peak District and Manchester.
And now you're going to tell me we've had this conversation, haven't you?
We may have had this conversation before. I think.
Yeah, we have several times. Sorry, my apologies.
It's all right.
150 years old in the UK is actually not unusual. Because that's early Victorian.
Yeah, it was the house I live in was built at the same time as the railway.
Yeah.
To it.
That's like my first house was exactly the same. We were pretty surprised when we got the actual historical plans back when we were first when we first moved into it, and it was 1860. And you kind of think, wow, you know, and it was just a dirt cheap middle terrace, early Victorian. Anyway,
So
yeah.
we are coming up on Transporter Bridge. What I found on Wikipedia says a transporter bridge, also known as a ferry bridge or serial transfer bridge, is a type of movable bridge that carries a segment of roadway across a river. The gondola is slung from the tail span by wires or metal frame. Now it goes on down here and it says history, and in the section that says history, it says this has been a rare type of bridge with fewer than 24 built. There are just 12 that continue to be used today, including one covered into a lift bridge and designed as, but not yet. Oh, wait a minute. No, I mixed that up. I'm sorry. The concept, I'm sorry. Yeah, I goofed. So the concept of the transporter bridge was invented in 1873 by Charles Smith, the manager of an engine works in Hartlepool, England. He called it a bridge. He called it a bridge ferry into a he called it a bridge ferry and unsuccessfully presented his ideas to the Council of Hartlepool, Middlesbrough, and Glasgow.
Hartlepool.
Middlesbrough.
They were unsuccessful.
I suggest that we.
They're yelling about my pronunciation.
I move that we actually change the pronunciation of Hartlepool to Hartlepool because it sounds funnier.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I agree.
It sounded right to me, Hartlepool.
I think we should change it to something ending in hole and beginning in S, but I mean, that's, you know, stand back.
Great.
So, while we're on the subject of Hartlepool, okay, people from Hartlepool or Hartlepool, depending on where you come from, are known as monkey hangers. Has anyone heard the term monkey hanger before?
That can't be a good thing, can it?
So in the Napoleonic Wars, basically, a French vessel was wrecked in a storm. Genuinely true. It was wrecked in a storm, and basically one of the survivors was a monkey, and actually they thought in Hartlepool that this monkey was a French spy, so they hung it. Honestly, I'm not joking. And if you go to Hartlepool, there's a statue of a monkey, and they've actually made a statue of it because of the poor little thing that got hung because they thought he was a French spy.
Yeah, at least it seems they regretted.
Says this particular bridge in 2022, the bridge as of 2022 is not operational.
Because it was a crazy idea, probably.
Well, it carries a traveling car or gondola suspended.
Gondola.
I keep losing my place. Gondola, right? Below the fixed structure across the river in 90 seconds. Can carry 200 people, 9 cars, or 6 cars, and 1 minibus.
And for anyone interested in the voice text chat, I have actually put a statue of the monkey up on there from Hartlepool or Hartlepool, as it will forever be known.
Hartlepool, yes.
That's a bad year to be a monkey.
Still rather that than living in Hartlepool, but there you go.
It's probably better than living in Middlesbrough.
No, I did not say that. I might have said Berg.
I like Loughborough.
I was warned not to say Berg.
the sad part is, can you imagine the poor monkey? It's like, oh, I was on the shipwreck, but now I'm saved. I'm so lucky. Wait, what? Yeah.
All right. Somebody done something and I wasn't watching.
What were they
High Performance. High Performance coming in with 5 more gift subs. Steve, what up with this? Let's see.
He took pity when he heard
5
about the
gift
monkey.
subs to Roby 613, Armin Addict, R.R. Reiner, Mac Dog, and Crowbar all got gifted subs by Steve at High Performance Group this morning. Thank you, Steve, with a big applause.
Cool.
I get gifted subs and all you got is applauses. I feel bad, Steve.
I go love it. This one.
Thank you for the applause given to Steve, their patriotic veteran. Appreciate that. Yeah, you guys are awesome. All of you. Wow. Yeah, I can't believe the numbers. We're looking at like 63 or 65 subscribers. Thank you, Steve, and everybody who's gifted subs and subbed and prime subs. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, those are great.
Posada, Chris, I think we need a raise.
You want a raise?
You do need a raise. I give you that. You need a raise.
I think we need a wage, not a raise.
Right.
Yeah. Some kind of monetary incentive.
Yeah, you gotta start somewhere.
I wouldn't mind a free trip to Edinburgh.
Edinburgh, yeah.
Okay, here we go.
I'm just kind of thinking at this point, you ought to be lucky that you're not a French-speaking monkey.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Ça va.
Hey, Chris, how tall is that statue of the monkey?
I don't know. I don't think it's that tall.
It looks like it's part beaver.
I feel there's a question coming up here, a leading question.
Listen, even going back to Colander before, when he was saying about skids were invented at Barton Airport, I thought there's 2 ways I can go with this. I thought either go, oh, was there, or go wait for the punchline. And I went with the trust in, oh, go on then, is there really? And there came the wheels comment. So
well, I missed that one.
I don't trust any of you.
Yeah, but isn't it ironic or even sarcastic how happy the monkey looks?
I don't know. I haven't seen it, but
Yeah, because he knew he didn't have to spend the night in Hartlepool. That's what it was.
Hartlepool, yeah.
Or Liverpool or Manchester or yeah.
No.
You make it out of silver?
Coated, I expect, or brass, probably. Actually, thinking about it, because it's a monkey.
It's cold enough, yeah.
That's good.
Well, actually, about probably 9 or 10 months ago, they actually removed the monkey statue because of the. I'm going to choose my words carefully here, because of certain factions of society today who don't feel it's necessarily proper to display such a statue.
Are you serious?
No.
Yep, because
Why
they
was
made
it anatomically correct?
They made connotations between a monkey and other things. That's all.
No, Iceman, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I think so. I believe that in England. Yeah, definitely.
I think I get it.
Yeah, it looks like he's giving a thumbs up. Yay, they hug me!
Yeah, for no other reason than that.
Hey, that monkey had a huge tail, man. I've never seen one with that long of a tail.
It's not a tail.
That's how they caught it.
So they made a statue of him in a trap.
I take it back. I am actually impressed by that.
So is it the blue bridge?
Looks like it.
I love when the British ship pulled up alongside and they threw him a line. Grab the noose. I mean the life preserver.
Go. Oh. The next stop is Durham Cathedral, apparently.
And where's that?
I don't know. I just found a bunch of or a bunch of POIs and added them.
The past the
Oh no, I know where it is. It's in Durham, I think. This one.
Durham. No, you're right. Durham. Yeah, sorry, Chris.
Going back for Pink Panther.
It's in Dunham, right? Durham?
Durham is the one.
Durham.
Correct, yes.
Durham.
Durham.
Oh, see. Oh, yeah.
Bounced off something.
Nice call there. Thanks for that, buddy. Yeah, good call.
Yeah, with the swing bridge thing, yeah, be a bit careful going underneath it because there's something that's just interfered with my helicopter going under there.
Uh-oh.
Well, don't do it then.
Yeah, so you know.
Oh, you're in a helicopter. You got to do it. You got to try. At least until somebody says you can't.
Same with the fixed wing. I'm gonna go right underneath it. Well, that's a tall bridge.
And then you try again.
This I've got to see.
We're going through. Yeah.
Bosader, this TBM9 Bosader is so versatile. I mean, I'm flying air at 116 knots.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Knowing at any point you could pull up to flight level 310 at, 450 knot ground speed or something ridiculous.
Yep.
Yeah, but altitude, it's actually a little faster than the Cirrus Vision jet.
Well, apparently, I'd looked at something about that Cirrus.
Oh, I hit the wires.
They did a. They did some. Who was it? There was some famous flight sim kind of streamer that did a race across Europe with a Cirrus Vision jet, some other fast turboprop, and like a jet. And they were saying that how slow it was, the Cirrus Vision jet. So it was really slow.
Yeah, comparatively, yeah.
Yeah, there's guy wires over there.
Wow,
If you
that is
hit,
impressive. That is impressive. Another FlightSim.to masterpiece, that.
I think this one's Orbex.
Well, not for everybody, though.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
and I know you're going to tell us all about these 3 bridges we're coming up on, right?
Yeah, but I'm going to talk to you in Geordie.
Ah.
Aye, aye.
So I'll see you eat me old fishy on a dishy.
Uh-huh.
FunDay.
The same to you,
What
buddy.
he said. Yeah. What he said.
Why I, man? Why I? Get the bairns in bed, I've got a story to tell.
Where are they? Oh, we're not coming up on them yet. Oh, these aren't them. Where did they go? Thought they were right there, weren't they?
What are you looking for?
No, that's got to be London. Maybe that. Nothing. The fourth. One called Fourth Bridge.
No, that's Edinburgh. We're nowhere near
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
Oh, sorry,
Edinburgh. Yeah, Edinburgh. That's right.
Typical of me to crap all over the Scottish language.
Right.
Not too far away from Glasgow, though.
Glasgow?
Glasgow, yeah.
Is it Glasgow?
Yeah, they've got this large cow that's made of glass.
Yeah.
In Russia, they've got one made of moss.
Yep.
I'm slow today.
Seriously, any Americans heard of had any Americans heard a Geordie accent before? Newcastle accent.
Not me.
Oh, you'd be in for a treat.
No, but I like the beer.
What, the brown ale?
Yeah.
Thinking about it, Frasier, the series Frasier, you know? Anybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the English, I think I'm right in saying the English, what was she, like a housekeeper or a assistant or something?
Yeah, she was his caretaker.
Yeah, I think she was Geordie originally.
Daphne.
Yeah, I can't remember the name.
Yeah, her name was Daphne.
So yeah, not totally impenetrable. The the voice, I mean.
I was going to say, you've obviously not been out in Newcastle on a Saturday night.
EG.
No, I haven't. Its fame has spread far and wide, though.
No, but think about it. If you were sort of say an American, for example, it's one of the harder ones to understand.
They're all hard to understand.
I don't know. There's a lot of similarities between a kind of a more northern accent and a typical kind of American accent. Yeah, I know American accents vary very widely state to state, but.
Huh.
But
Well,
if
it's
you
known
think
fact. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just saying it's a known fact that Ohioans have no accent.
Must have some accent.
I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I think I'd have to hear that to.
They do if they come from the Pennsylvania state line side of it.
Yeah, like what are you talking about, like Cincinnati or something?
Oh, this scenery is really hard on FPS.
To pick up the Chicago or
Thank you
Cleveland
for the
accent?
chicken dance meat shield.
Down to
Or
17, 15,
patriotic.
14.
Was that patriotic? No, that was meat shield. Gonna start the stream up. And we have a chicken dance for the road. You betcha. There was your chicken dance. I can't seem to
Isn't the guy in Sons of Anarchy? He's a Geordie, isn't he?
I have to admit, I've not seen that.
What's his name? Charlie something. Hunman. Charlie Hunman.
Right? Yeah. I don't know. I don't watch much telly.
No, nor do I. My wife does though. So.
Right.
We've only just got telly up here in the north. Wonderful invention. Wonderful invention.
You've still only got 4 council channels.
Well, and it's black and white as well. You try watching snooker on that.
That's an old joke. That's an old sketch as well, isn't it?
It is. Having said that, I've got to be careful within the confines of the stream as to what I say. If half the time, honestly, Colander, if I said what I really wanted to say, then yeah, stand by. Stand by.
Don't say it, Chris. Don't
Yeah, I was going to say you refine to dad's jokes, I'm afraid, on the stream.
Yeah.
Nice one, Chris.
That's okay. There's probably quite a lot of dads on here anyway, so we can get away with that.
Or old people, yeah.
So there's that Durham
Durham.
Cathedral.
Durham.
Durham Cathedral, right there.
Durham.
Durham.
I don't know anything about that one.
So
Except it's called Durham.
I'm led to believe that it can only be classed as a city if it's got a cathedral, apparently.
Or a university.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's right. Yes.
Okay.
But then didn't they go through for the Queen's? I'm sure they made 3 or 4 places into cities, like Doncaster, for example. They made into a city for the Queen's Jubilee, didn't they, last time around?
Yeah, they changed the rules on it, so then you don't need to have a cathedral or a university anymore. Anywhere can be a city.
But
now.
you need a pub,
It's
right?
terrible. We've got no shortage of pubs in the UK. I used to live in just outside of a little town in Shropshire. I mean, population was about 2,000, if that.
What is that called? Pity me.
Yep. Pity me, yep.
And what is pity me?
It's a little village, I know it actually, because one of the places I go to work is in this area, literally right overhead. We are, and yeah, this little village is called Pity Me. That's it, really. It's just got an interesting name, but to be fair, there's not much else to say about it.
Okay, now didn't I say something about the Tyne Bridge? Isn't that what we just?
Yeah, we're on the way to Newcastle now, where it is. Yeah. Sorry, what were you saying? You used to live in a place near Shropshire. You were saying, sorry.
Yeah, I was just going to say it's a tiny little town, and back in the day, back in 100, 200 years ago, it used to have 37 pubs.
Nice.
Yeah, that sounds about right. There's so many pubs that have been just turned into private houses, so it is a shame.
Iron Bridge is nice, if you've been there.
I have, yeah.
It's quite touristy. I mean, it you know, it's well preserved and an important piece of architecture.
Oh, it's been touristy since I think probably the 80s, at least. They've got the punts down the river, haven't they, and stuff.
The only problem is it's right next to Telford.
Uh-oh.
All right, so what do you know about Angel of the North?
It's a big statue that looks like an angel, and it's just off the side of the...
It's in the north.
It's in the north.
It's off the side of the A1, near Gateshead in Newcastle.
So have you ever traced back your ancestry and stuff?
I have. I've got 1,500 years of family tree that we've maintained.
Are they from England? Because my original family's from England.
No, actually French.
Surely
you
at
would
some
know.
point, at some
You
point,
would know my Americanized. I'm sorry. What did you say, Chris?
No, go on, carry on.
Well, you would know my. That don't look like an angel to me, but okay. My Americanized last name would be Joliet in the French.
Well, I can get so specific that I am from Stockport, Greater Manchester.
Nice.
Oh, Angry One Horn coming in with a rate of 90. Thank you, Angry. Hello, Angry, Sergeant Staff. Welcome in, Raiders. This is the SunDay FunDay. Thank you for the follow, Paul Monk. Appreciate that. This is like the last leg of the SunDay FunDay. We're coming up on Tyne Bridge in England, and we just passed the Angel of the North. I didn't think it looked like an angel. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to look like.
Well, it's modern art, isn't it? It's modern art.
Is that what it is?
Iron, basically, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe it looks like what it looks like.
And from the guy saying that, who was that? Was that Charles saying you were Stockport?
Nah, Assistant Phil.
Assistant Phil. Well, I'm about 15 miles, about 15 miles away from there. So, yeah, it's quite interesting.
Yeah, but you know, the funny part, I'm American, so I'm a mutt. So my other part of the family is from Baden, Germany.
That's weird.
Well, I think we're all European, and then before that we're all African. I think it all at one point. Has anybody got, whoever's done the download for this from flightsim.co, a load of kind of yellowish colour? Have you got that, Brad?
Maybe in some of the trees, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, the trees, yeah.
Yeah, and it's only some of the trees, so you're right, it's going to be injected by the scenery.
Now, it did say on there, it did say that there was, it stuck out like a sore thumb from the rest of the scenery. It did say that on flightsim.co. But if you can see where I am now, Brad, I'm flying over the Tyne Bridge, which is perfect for flying under.
Fog on the Tyne's all mine, all mine.
The fog on the Tyne is all mine.
Yep.
Bit of ant and deck there, nice.
Yeah,
that was Gaza, wasn't it? Gaza.
Oh, come on.
Did you notice that this angel?
Newcastle Football Club, for anyone that's interested. St James's Park.
Did you guys notice that this angel was looking like a fixed wing, stamped into the ground?
Absolutely.
Yes.
It did.
Absolutely.
Fixed wings.
I just was wondering why I was smiling.
Ice, turn round. There's a perfect stadium for you to land in. Perfect.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to, Chris. It's 4 o'clock, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm needing to finish this.
That would have been absolutely perfect. That's all.
I landed in one of the stadiums.
Yeah, Manchester United.
Splasher 6, welcome back. Good to have you with us. Flew down to Glendale, Arizona. I saw you earlier, yeah. In fact, I think I was. Welcome in, Dwarf and Egg. And Splasher 6. Big shout outs going out for them, along with Angry.
I would land the stadium, but the frame rates are low right now, so it's no fun at all. I have to reload it later and try it again. I don't know what's happened to this flight simulator.
So
sometimes you have no issues at all, and sometimes you run daily into it.
On this flight plan.
Yeah, I think they have to get rid of the photogrammetry trees, because that's way too much polygons with the auto-generated trees on top of it. Yeah, one day we will be there.
I try hard. Okay, so we come back about. And where's that airport? Out here somewhere handy. Where'd it go?
Yeah, that's... Oh, 10 frames. I never had this for years. 8.7. Yeah, it has to be the scenery, because most of them
I'm
is
just gonna cut in front of
photogrammetry.
you, Beseda, but I'll be out of your way. Okay.
Oh, I remember this tower. I loaded in at this airport to test the scenery, but I had around 50 frames per second, so as I always say, I think it's just a bad memory management of the flight sim.
And I really hate having to bust out like this on a Sunday FunDay flight, but Super Bowl Sunday, the money's in the pizza delivery, and I got to get some of it. So I told him I wasn't going to be very early, but I'd try to make it as soon as I could get there.
Who's playing in the Super Bowl?
No, I don't even know. You had to ask me that?
Eagles in Kansas City.
Oh, man. And I'm going to miss it. That's rough.
Why
I
the
could have
Eagles?
gone all... No, KC. Kansas City. I lived in Kansas City a couple of years. My biological father lives in Kansas City, or lived in Kansas City. Let's see, do that.
So where are the Eagles from then?
Philadelphia.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's not right.
So is there a favourite out of Kansas in the Philadelphia region?
I would say Kansas City. I
Oh,
like
you think
Kansas
City's
City.
favorite?
I like Kansas City. I gotta go with Kansas City. So appreciate the new follower, Paul Monk. Steve came in with gifted subs to Crowbar, Armin Addict, R.R. Reiner, Roby 613, Mac Dog, and a raid of 9 from
Do you want me to raid 2 cats?
Angry One Horn. No, I'd like you to raid Dryson.
Dryson, yep.
Of course, no. We need to raid Patriot View. They need to build this stream. Patriot View is giving a unique perspective of the world events and a lot of its U.S. Policies and stuff that we deal with, but everybody really can relate to the topics that they're putting out.
So
And
Patriot View, yeah?
Yeah, I'd like to go ahead and raid Patriot View.
Tell me
and
when.
I'll shut the credits off. Again, thank you to everybody who joins us in flight and on the stream. Thanks, Steve, for the gifted subs. Looks like the raiders, most of them are still here. Let's raid him with 20, and that looks good. Go ahead
Ready?
and do that for me anytime. Yes. Dwarf and Egg, appreciate your support coming in, supporting the stream as well. It's a big raid from Angry One Horn. Raid it out. Thank you.
Yeah, this was a butter one. So we're at the end of the flight. Thank you for joining SunDay FunDay. We are flying on Wednesday and Thursday the World Tour. You will find the events in the Flight Sim Forums calendar. Have a good time, take care, and job bless.